What is going on, guys, and welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video we're going to talk about display property in CSS. So if you remember the last video when we talked about the block and inline elements, I said that it matters because this is the property, the display property that is set by default. But if we want to change something, then we would have to change the display property, and also the appearance of the element would change. So let me show you with an example over here. So I'm going to start over here in the top, and what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to create a link, and I'm going to create, let's say, a couple of links, and I'm going to say that this is I don't know, I am link, right? Link over here, and you can see that it right away because it's what I did over here. You can see that I have main CSS. I set actually all the links over here. You can see that they have a background color aqua, right? So as I'm going to be creating, you can see that they're all going to have the same background color, and it's again just for a purpose so we can see it better. So I go back to index.html, and let's say I have one link here. I'm not going to be actually, again, the href attribute is going to be going pretty much nowhere. It's just going to be a dummy link because it's just pretty much a purpose of showing stuff. So I'm going to just use the whole element over here. And now I can see that all of them, if I'm creating links, they're all are appearing in line, right? But let's say that I wouldn't want them in line. Let's say that I'm creating like a vertical menu, right? And if I want my links vertical, right? So I would go to main CSS, or I could just use with the brackets, I could use the quick edit over here. And you can see right away we go to main CSS. This is going to be our page. And what I would need to do is actually change the display property over here. And when I say change, because again, by default, you can see that they're appearing in line, right? But if I would change it over here, display to block, over here like this, you can see what happens right away. You can see that all my links have become blocks, and they're acting exactly like a block element right now. So what I can do right now is that if I want my blocks, let's say to be, my links to be vertical, I would change the display property, and actually they would appear as blocks. So I'm just going to save this, and let me show you a different example. Let's say over here I'm just going to create a unordered list like this, and I'm going to create a couple of list items, right? And I'm just going to say that list items are going to be, I don't know, hello, right? And I'm just going to again select the whole thing and copy a couple of times. You can see that these ones right away appearing in a let's say they have right away appearing like blocks, right? So what I would do again over here, I would just go to quick edit, and I would say the new rule again, background color, we're gonna make like it, I don't know, like something different, maybe chocolate, right? So you can see what's happening. They are displaying like a block right away by default, because that's how it's set in CSS. However, what if I would want them in line like the links in a previous example? So again, what I would need to do over here, I would say that I would find the display property over here like this, display, and I would say, you know what, instead of appearing as a block, which you do by default, appear in line. So you can see right away. So now I have blocks. So if I want to create a horizontal menu from these list items, I would do the opposite thing that I did to links. So you can see how display property is actually very, very important. And again, this is just the first thing. Let's say if I would want to change a centering of this element, again, I would first need to set the display property, and I would need to center it, because there's again a couple of ways how we can center this, but we're going to be covering this in a little later videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next video.